Okay, so the next finish line that we're going to talk about is counting your bites. In weight loss, you count calories, right? We've all tried that. Didn't work so well. But in fat loss, if you count your bites, it's way less counting and it makes more sense. After a while, you don't even have to count bites. You have a really good idea of how many bites it takes for you to become satisfied. So when we talk about bites, we're actually just talking about the types of calories that matter in fat loss. So the types of calories are what matter to your hormones, right? But the bites that you're taking can determine whether you burn or store fat, right? If you were taking 15 bites of a sweet potato, because right, sweet potatoes are like this big. So if we're saying 3 to 5 bites, let me just put this up there for you. 3 to 5 bites is for fat loss. 3 to 5 bites. You cannot actually spike your blood sugar in 3 to 5 bites, right? Think about that. So nobody ever had teriyaki chicken with vegetables without the brown rice, right? So we're going to have, that stuff's going to come up in our diet. We're going to eat it, but let's not worry about it, right? Because it's 1 serving spoonful on your plate with more than 1 vegetable and a protein. You're going to be what? Satisfied. You're going to hit the 3, right? You want to be a 2, you're hungry, 3, you're full. That's what that's going to do, 3 to 5 bites. 5 to 10 bites, that's where I got when my metabolism was just firing. I was hungry every 2 hours. So 5 to 10 bites was a better place for me to be. And to be completely honest, it was more like 5 to 8 bites for me. And but for somebody that's doing more heavy lifting, they're trying to replenish their muscle, you must give your body something to burn. Otherwise, it's going to draw from the muscle too, and we don't want that. So any muscle you put on your body, you definitely want to keep, and you can do that with 5 to 10 bites, and then 10 to 15 bites is more for a man. A man that's trying to put on a lot of muscle, or it could be for somebody that we refer to as a muscle burner. And a muscle burner, they tend to be skinny fat. They have a very hard time putting muscle on their body, even women. And so they actually need more of the grains and starches in their diet so that their body is busy. It's kind of distracted, right? It gets busy burning the starches and grains, not the muscle, okay? So I'm just going to go back a little bit here. The types of calories that matter in fat loss are the green ones, right? And not just green, but the nutritionally dense ones, right? That was the little joke about no one was ever caught in the back pantry uncontrollably eating broccoli. That's only because you can't overeat it. You've eaten broccoli before, but when you're done eating broccoli, you're done eating broccoli. Your brain said, hey, how are we doing down there? And your stomach's like, well, we got all the nutritional density that we needed, so you can stop eating now. That's when you find yourself pushing back from the table. If you're eating the fluffy foods, you don't get that registering in your mind as quickly. So that's why counting bites, not calories, actually works. That the 3 to 5 bites of starches and grains are not necessarily going to register quite as quickly that it's nutritionally dense, especially if they're associated with, dead food products, ingredient lists like tortillas, muffins, and bagels, and donuts, and bread, right? So 3 to 5 bites, count your bites, not your calories. That's really where you understand, like, I'm not going without, I can have some. Right? You're not trying not to have the foods that you love, because grains and starches make proteins and vegetables interesting, just like fats make them interesting, right? And you want your food to taste good, season it up, use all the seasonings you want, condiments are all fair play. When people get crazy about mayonnaise, it's like, I promise it is not the quantity of mayonnaise that we're eating that's getting us uncomfortable with our bodies. Nobody ate a jar of mayonnaise just for the heck of it. So it's counting your bites is going to be very helpful. don't be obsessive about it. We're not literally saying it can be, no more than 5 bites if you're not quite satisfied yet, right? Your body's going to tell you when it's done. So take heed, listen to what your body's telling you, and enjoy your food.